Police Department, Officer Hampton speaking. Can I help you?
Yeah, Fred, Tom Horst. We need an officer immediately over to the Commissioner's office.
Commissioner's office?
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on, sir?
Somebody's called me, Kane. They just called me. The girls called me screaming and crying.
Okay, is there...
Going on up there.
Okay, I will send officers that way.
Okay, I'm headed that way myself from up north.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Theater's at your house right now.
Ohio Revised Code 149.43, Section B4. I have the right to review records.
Well, honey, if you want to sit in a room and look at records, you're welcome to.
You didn't let me when I was here first.
No, you stomped out, and you wouldn't even tell me your name.
You asked me if I'm working for Fred.
Well, no, you wouldn't even let me finish. You wanted, I want my
Did I not? Didn't she ask me for my name and I told her?
You don't have to disclose your name.
Well, regardless,
Disclose your name.
regardless, Fred, I said I can't find a sewer contract right now.
Can we see a contract?
I'm like-
22 from
You can fill out the request form.
So you're denying me the request?
No, you can do what the
Yes.
law states. You can fill out the request form, which has already been adopted by the commissioners,
Fred,
and then we will get it
Can
at
I
our
please see
possible
that? Can I please see the
convenience.
copy of that policy?
You may certainly.
Oh, sure, it's
Fred, I've
posted,
stayed out
honey.
of this, but I've had enough.
Well, I'm telling you, you're violating the law.
Why would you ask?
Fred, we're not violating
Why would you
anything.
ask me if I was
You're
working for Fred?
You know that?
no, I didn't say
You
you
are
were
just
working.
downright.
You asked me if I.
Or Fred, I
Right
said,
here,
oh, you're working
sir,
with
is the
Fred.
policy. It was adopted.
But why would you ask if I was working with Fred?
Yes, it is.
Well, because
You
he
wanna call
wants
the police
contract
on me?
binder 22.
Yeah,
You wanna
I asked
report
him.
it?
I was up here
wanna go
Friday
to
looking
court?
for it.
Do it, okay? Enough is enough. The commissioners and us have enough to do
Can I see
with
it?
everything
Can I
else.
see the resolution where
Read
this was
it.
passed? Was this documented in the minutes?
Commissioner Schaefer,
It's not
Jeremy,
a
could I
resolution.
see
It's
contract
an-
binder
it's an
22?
You can fill out the request
Okay.
like our law says, like our policy says. You will put it in writing and we will get to it just like that says at our convenience.
She said that there is no contract binder 22 that
She
exists.
showed it to you.
No, I didn't say that.
You didn't. She didn't show me contract
She went
binder
out of her
22.
way.
Well, 22, I just got here, and that's what we're discussing. Is where to come up.
Mr. Schaefer, is this the way you allow your employees to address the public?
Do you want to put it in the?
I mean, this is my
No, I just
second.
want to know, I want to know, is this how you
Enough
address?
is enough, sir.
Okay, about
Ohio Revised Code
Jeremy, can I ask you something? Remember when I was here Friday, I asked for contract binder
Are you
22?
guys reading the policy of what you need to do?
No, I'm
Correct.
reading the state law, that's what I need to read.
Okay.
Right.
Are you reading
I can
our
care less
I
about
just got
this.
here a minute ago.
I
Ohio
know,
law,
but
right? Public.
Okay, are you reading
I'm on
the policy?
a different subject now.
Can I help
It's in
you?
contradiction
Jeremy.
with Ohio law states.
When I was here Friday, did I not mention the grinder? That I had a problem with
Yeah.
it like a year and a half?
Yeah.
I jinxed myself. Sunday, my renter called me.
Okay.
I got crap all over my house again.
Okay.
I mean, it's flooded.
Okay,
The-
Pauline, I'm sorry, but she just told you they're out there working on it.
I was out there at 8 o'clock this morning. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Jeremy, okay?
I'm answering for Jeremy. She
Do you know
told
what-
you they're out there working on it.
Can you answer yourself? I was out there, Jeremy.
Okay.
He wasn't here.
Can I talk to you by yourself without an approval?
Let me get something so we can make it.
Do we need an approval?
Well, we have a contract with sewer people, so they.
Hello?
And they did not charge you.
Yes, it is.
You can
Yes.
fill out a request form.
Really?
Yes.
No, I don't
It's
have
in
to.
your hand. You do have to.
5 o'clock Thursday? Okay.
It does mean
I'll be there.
something.
Thank you.
Ohio Revised Code
Bye-bye.
supersedes it.
Can I talk to you, Jeremy?
Would you like me to read it?
And may I ask who you are?
Sue.
Sue, what's her position?
She's the assistant clerk.
She's a clerk and she's talking to,
Here, hold on.
and we pay taxes for this?
Do them, we'll take care of it. Right.
Jeez.
Unless specifically requested or authorized by state or federal law in accordance.
Okay, they
With
called the
Division
sewer
B.
this morning, but
Can
what do we got on the sewer?
Can I explain something to you? Sunday, my renter called me. She has toddlers. My whole place is flooded in human waste.
Okay.
I called 3 o'clock in the morning, the grinder people. They returned my phone call at 8:30. He went out there, talked to the neighbor that has a tree limb sticking out of his house for 9 months that can't fix his own roof.
Okay.
Told the grinder guy. The grinder guy named David told me that my neighbor told him I had a clogged pipe under my home. That he ran electric, tested it, and the grinder was properly working. And I was like, no shit, because the light's on. Apparently there's electric. And excuse my language, but I've dealt with this too many
What's
times.
the address out there?
Anyways,
For the grinder's fault.
11472. Anyways, he told me that I needed to get a plumber. $75 just to get a guy out there. I got over $300 just for yesterday. The plumber ran through every pipe and said it was the grinder. It was at the grinder. I called the grinder guy back. He goes, oh, if it's on the outside of the grinder, we don't take care of it. I said, it's right at the grinder. I get off in 30 minutes. I don't have time to go back out there. I'm talking about feces all over my floor. That's not going down.
Okay.
Anyways, I begged him to go back out and double check. He goes, if you can have, I'm not going out unless you can have a plumber there within 20 minutes. He did go back out. He pulled the lid off. There's tree roots in there.
Okay.
And he told me first thing this morning he would have someone out there, which 8 o'clock I was out there. They were out there working on it. I asked the guy, how long has the tree roots been growing? And anyways, he said for quite some time. I said 1.5 years to 2 years. He said, obviously. So why do I have to redo my place for the third time? Because the first time, it took me 1.5 months before Deb Sansone got a hold of Themer to go out there and fix it.
Okay. What's the? It's
And then
1472.
this
What's the
lady
street address?
is telling me, well, if they told you it's your plumbing, you need a plumber. I'm like, why do we have to come up here and ask for something? Or I can't, because I came up here asked to talk to a commissioner.
Okay, if I'm going to be quoted, I like to be in on it.
But why is she questioning me?
Okay. What's the? Hold on a second. What's the? It's 11472. What's the street?
Dundee.
address? I mean, the best thing for me to do is call out the sewer plant, talk to them, and if they've already called me,
I want to see the sewer contract. I've been dealing with this for 2 years. I want to know the policies. I want to know who's working out there. I asked the guy, I said, who are you with? Oh, I work for the county. Okay, if you guys are hiring him, I want to know who he is. He wouldn't tell me anything else.
See, my understanding is they all work for the contractor.
They do.
Like,
They all
yeah,
work for environmental
for
engineering.
environmental.
Yeah, I talked to him. I talked to him this morning.
So we can get a copy of the contract?
And that's what she had requested, where I said, well, I can't.
I've been asking for this contract or documentation, or prior to me buying my property, how much did people pay?
Okay.
And I haven't gotten anything in over
Let
2
me see if I
years.
can see the contract, because I think I know what it is. I think I do. Let me see.
Why are your clerks so nasty? I mean, they are nasty. I'm gonna put that on YouTube. I am. Public.
Oh, I did. I talked to Jim, I talked to her, and all that.
Why is the clerk getting so nasty? Maybe I should give her my doll. What did they give you?
Well, no, that was just that was all.
Does not
So as far as a fee, it was.
Still higher revised code supersedes
But I didn't
this.
think it was. I mean, who would, you know, collect it, but it wasn't.
When was this supposed to have been adopted, or
Yeah,
July 19th. July
yeah,
18th
yeah.
of what year?
this year.
You caused this, right?
All right. Okay.
Doesn't matter.
No.
No. Thinner's taking care of it right now. Okay. All right, sir, thank you. Okay, bye.
Hi there.
Hi there.
Anything going on here?
Oh, yeah, there was some craziness. There
What's going on? Okay, stand out in the lobby. In the lobby. In the lobby.
I didn't, I'll leave. I'll leave.
And this one too.
Okay, you too. In the lobby. In the lobby.
I've got crap all over my
In the lobby.
leadership.
Okay, you can tell us what you want now, Fred.
365-1271.
I would
Don't
like.
come
I would. I
in
would.
my office.
I would like to see contract binder 22.
Okay, it's here.
Okay, can I see it?
Yeah, there's nothing in it right now.
If it's here, can I see it?
Yeah, you
So there hasn't been anything in this binder for 2 years?
okay. We went through a period where the girl,
Okay,
Put everything
okay,
down.
let's skip this. I've got
Okay.
another major issue.
okay?
I was in
Who are
here,
you anyway?
I'm a citizen.
Okay, I just want to know who I'm talking to.
Okay, I was in here Friday looking for the contract, but anyways, I'm here this morning on a different issue.
Okay?
I've got a rental at the lake and it's covered in human feces.
Okay, we have nothing to do with that.
I pay the county for my grinder, right? Do
Yeah.
I? Okay, then who do I go to about my grinder? That's all I want to know.
Okay, the grinder's not working? That's what I'm asking you.
As of this morning, they got it fixed approximately 30 minutes ago.
Okay,
But what do I do about my feet? This has been going on for 2 years.
okay,
And
I've been here 4 years, ma'am, and I've never heard anything about it.
I beg to tell you wrong because I was up here to talk to Deb. Deb Soames the one that got Feener out there the last time and fixed
Okay, Deb
it.
hasn't worked for us for over a year.
I'm talking a year and a half to
Okay,
2 years. Okay?
Okay,
And I was up here for over a month and a half, at least 4 times a week, because the grinder people kept on saying it was my clogged pipe.
okay.
Okay?
I'm not a plumber, so.
But I want to know, who do I call? I pay my taxes, my grinder fees here to the county. The guy that was on my property today said he's hired by the county. Who
Okay.
is he? Who do I complain to when you don't get proper service? I'd like to see the contract, something with somebody's name, phone number on it.
I don't know what you're talking about there.
So we don't have a contract with the grinder service maintenance?
Yeah, we have a contract with Environmental Engineering,
Okay.
who has.
Could I see the contract?
Not right now, would have to dig it out. I can't hand it to you at this present time.
When is their contract expired?
We just renewed it.
It wasn't at no meeting, was it?
Yeah,
What meeting?
can't remember when it was renewed this summer. What are you, wait a minute, can I ask you a question? I mean, this is just a question from me. You're asking me all kinds of questions. Okay, what are you trying to get to?
I'm trying to find.
This never come up until now.
I can walk across the street and talk to Deb. Deb knows I've had an issue with it.
Okay.
I got 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms that's saturated, a hallway saturated. I've got a toddler in there. This makes the 3rd time I've went through this same location. The guy that was out there this morning, I asked him, how long has these tree roots been growing? Or quite some time. I said more than a year and a half, 2 years, and he said, obviously, yes.
Okay.
So it was the grinder's problem that never fixed it to start with. Why do I have to keep on replacing floors and carpet and furniture?
Ma'am, I don't know.
Okay, that's all I want is a phone number.
Okay.
Who can I complain to?
Okay, you're complaining to the right place for us to talk to them.
Well, you just contradict yourself, because didn't you just tell me you didn't have anything to do with the grinder?
Debbie might not have told him anything about it. She might just told it upon herself to take care of
I'm just saying, I don't know. You're telling me things right now that I don't know anything about. You're explaining things to me, but you're going around in circles trying to get it there.
Well,
so tell me what you want done.
What do I want done?
Yeah.
Right now, my grinder is fixed.
Okay.
They took the tree roots out as of
okay. Okay. I'm listening.
I'm just so upset at the grinder guy that called me yesterday. I called him, left a message at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30. He called me back at 8:30. He goes, I'll be right out there. He did. He went right out. He goes, I talked to the neighbor, who is Mike McKenzie, that has a tree limb through his house that's been that way for over 9 months, that can't even fix his own roof. He talked to him. Mike told him, my plumbing is clogged up under my home, okay? And I asked him, I said, why are you talking to my neighbors about my plumbing? It don't make sense to me. He goes, well, I hooked up electric through the grinder, and there's power to it, so it has to be working. And I was like, no crap, the light was on. That means that there's power. He goes, well, there ain't no more I can do. It's in your house. Okay. I said, thank you for going out, because I was like, okay, it's my problem. I called a plumber, $75 just to get him out there. Mm-hmm. Plumber ran a thing through all my lines. Called me back $250 later saying, you don't have a clogged line. It's at the grinder. Here I am having flashbacks from 2 years ago. Okay, I called the grinder guy back. He goes, well, there's a clogged line in between your trailer and the grinder. And I said, the plumber says it stops at the grinder. He's telling me anything outside the grinder is my responsibility, which I know that, and it is. But the plumber, the contractor said it's at the grinder where it stops. I tried to tell this guy that. He goes, I get off in about 30 minutes. I don't think I'm going to have time to go back out there. I begged with him for 10 minutes. I was like, someone has to go out. This lady has 2 children. One's a toddler. Where do toddlers stay? On the floor. He goes, well, if you can get a plumber or a contractor out there within the next 20 minutes, I'll stop by. Called the plumber back. More money for him to rush right out there. All he did was pull off the lid and realize tree roots.
Okay, tree roots were where?
In the grinder.
In the grinder itself.
But right as of now, paying a plumber, I'm out over $300 for him just to take a peek at my pipes. But the guy should look in the grinder and make sure. Just because it's electric, don't mean it's.
Okay, we'll talk to the company that's doing that.
Okay. Now this is the third time I've 2 years ago I replaced my carpet and floor twice. Now I have to do it again. Should I be responsible for it?
I would turn in your insurance company.
Well, I'm going to, yeah. But they need a number to call to fall back on the grinder, I feel.
Okay, call here, 1911. 393-1911.
Is there someone on call 24/7 for the grinder?
Not really, no.
Can I put in a public request for the contract for the grinder?
Yeah, if that's what you want. I mean, the company that does it is Environmental Engineering. They're the people that put the system in the first place. They've been doing that for the county. I don't know, the system was put in about 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 7 years ago. I don't know if they've been the company that is taking care of. They do all the rebuild on the pumps. They do all the maintenance on the lift stations.
But when I call, I get a runaround every time I call.
Well, when you get a runaround,
I shouldn't get a runaround.
When you get a runaround, if they're giving you a runaround down there, then call me. I'll see what I can do for you.
On the weekend.
Call me 24 hours. I'm in
because
the phone book.
He told me, he goes, well, to go back out there, I've got to call my supervisor. And he goes, I don't think I'm going to get a response back on Sunday. Someone needs to respond to the people with grinders 24/7. Somebody needs to be on call 24/7 because when these pipes back up, I mean, it's a terrible. It's like the grinder people wanted me to go inside and flush the toilet. I tried to keep my rentals that I would want to live in. I won't go in this house.
Isn't there a backflow valve so it don't come back into the property?
It should have a backflow on her end, is where it should be. That's what you need to do next.
Between that pump and
between the grinder.
There's a clean out, okay?
No.
But when the grinder stops, it stops. There's no. I got on the EPA website about the grinders because I didn't quite understand. And I want to get more understanding about the grinders because I've had so many problems. The grinders are not supposed to backflow. If there's power failure or anything, the water should still seep out. I mean, any other substance that's in there won't seep because it's not whatever. It's like, I guess, a blender.
That's exactly what it is. It's a blender.
But I guess the tree roots wouldn't allow anything.
But on the safety side, though, you might want to have one of those backflow valves just in case.
But there's only so much backflow that will go to the grinder. When it's full, it's full. There's no like a leach field. My leach field, if my septic system or something I've got a leach field where the excess water, or I don't know what it is. I've never seen anything come out, but there's not. There's one clean out on the premises. There's no. When it's full, it just. I mean, there's that thing in there to stop it.
The system at Rocky Fork is a pressurized system. That's where a lot of the problem comes. If the electric's off, you have a momentary electric failure. You have a line plugged up.
But it says, too, on the EPA website that the grinders need to be serviced.
Well, they are serviced.
How often? I've never had anyone on my property unless I call.
Yeah.
The first home I bought down there, the toilet wouldn't flush. I had no clue about a grinder. Yeah. I was like, "What's a grinder?" Because I'm used to.
Right. We just applied for a grant from the federal government to replace or repair probably 75% of the grinders down there. They're 10 years old and they're actually wore out or wearing out. So that's where we're at right now with the grinders. I do know that.
Okay.
I'm not a plumber, so I can't tell you a lot about it.
Okay. Now, the feces that's laying on the ground around the grinder, when they fixed it, or did whatever they did to it before, they didn't clean it up. I hired someone to go out there and dig up my dirt, haul that away, and lay new dirt. Because there's children out there playing. Do I have to do that again this time? I feel that that's their responsibility to, I mean, it's their stuff that came back up that didn't go in. They should dig that all up and take it with them.
Again, I would talk to your insurance company first. And then tell them to call us. You know, I'll get have her as soon as I get done talking to you. I'll talk to the environmental engineering and see what they're telling me. I'm not a plumber, so I can't.
And your secretary, she asked me if I'm working for Fred or with Fred, and it's like, I've had this issue. Why would that even be a subject?
Why would it be an issue? Fred's trying to cause problems with us. Fred doesn't like, no, let me be honest with you. Fred doesn't like me. Okay, I'm up for re-election and Fred's doing everything he can to discredit anything that this office does. And that's my opinion. And if Fred has put you up to this,
no, and that's what I asked her when she asked me if I was working with Fred. I said no, but I was at the tea party 2 months ago when he brought up 144 at West Main. I've been on that one since 2009 because I was interested in that building, and then when I never seen it for sale, I was like, how'd that come about? A to Z, you know?
They bought it through the CIC.
A to Z didn't.
Yeah, A to Z did.
Can I see that contract or that?
We'll have to dig it out, yeah. They bought it through the CIC on a contract.
A to Z bought it through CIC. Can I see that?
Yeah, but we'll have to get it out. I don't have it. I can't pull it right in front of you right now, no.
Do you know how long it would take?
No, I don't. Within a reasonable time, I can try to find it. But what I'm telling you on it is they bought the building. It was on a land contract basis. He did a lot of work on the building. He put a new heating system in it. He put a new roof on it.
Mm-hmm.
He made it look a lot better. He went bankrupt and quit paying. We ended up taking it back from him. We got a court action going on him right now that I can't talk about that much because it's in over there across the street. We filed on him to recoup some money from him. In the meantime, we ended up through the CIC sold it to 24 Exchange, and they've done quite well with it. And
they have.
They've went to that.
I think that was a benefit to the community.
Well, actually, with what Brent did originally, made it possible to sell it to these people that got it now.
But I feel, as a citizen, it should have been up for public knowledge for Sal. I mean, when the candy shop and Toys for Tots was in there, I called up here, oh, we use it for storage.
Well, we
It
were,
was like,
yeah, and after that, we decided it was not
yeah.
But anyway, if you give the girls your address down there and everything, be glad to have one of the guys come back down and talk to you. If there's something down there that they're not cleaning up, I'll call them here as soon as we get done and see if we can go down and look at it, clean it up if that's part of what we should be doing, and go from there. And like I said, I'm in the phone book. You can call me. I was in the phone book when I was sheriff. I've never been out of the Highland.
I just moved to this county 7 years ago.
Yeah.
But something needs to be done, and I personally feel, and I know a couple of handfuls of people that feel the same way. The grinder service, if you have a problem on the weekend, it's...
Weekend might be a little
But...
we only got one and a half employees down there.
But someone should be available 24/7, you know? Everybody's complaining, well, we gotta call Cincinnati to get a hold of them, and then they'll call back whenever. But in the meantime, all this...
In a perfect world, yeah, everything ought to be 24/7. I'd like to have...
But if we have a water leak, we can call the hotline and say,
Okay.
you know, we have a water leak.
We don't have anything to do with water. We have nothing to do with water.
I was using that as instant.
Yeah, but we don't, they got more money than we got. You know, if we had our say, you know, these guys here would have 2 more people working a day. The sheriff would have his 7 people back that's laid off. We'd have a half-time person up here working, trying to help the girls keep up on everything they have to do.
I think someone needs to talk to them about their attitude. This one starts screaming, you ask a question.
I wasn't here, so I wasn't. If Fred was here and had him fired up first, I can understand that. Probably upset.
Okay, can I talk to Jeremy?
Who?
Jeremy
Jeremy who?
Schaefer.
He's not
here.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I was in here talking to him first when I came in at the beginning.
No, she wants to talk to you.
Yeah, well, I
Did
couldn't
you
find that contract. I went through the things.
Sad.
I mean, the environmental contract. That's what I was looking
we just signed an environmental engineering contract not too long ago.
Okay.
New one.
Do you know when that was signed?
No, I don't
Sometime
recall.
this summer. I don't remember.
It was up this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was up this year. We re-signed.
Right, we had discussion.
We discussed and re-signed on it.
But it was discussed at
Meeting.
Yeah.
a meeting?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I can go through the minutes and look.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it should be.
yeah. We could figure out when it was. I don't remember when it was.
Is there any way to write down the company name,
Environmental engineering.
Yes, and their corporate office number or something?
The corporate office is located in Loveland, down Loveland, one or the other. And I don't have the number right in front of me, but we can get it for you. It's 513.
I'm tired of going through this, and I'm sure you would feel the same way if you had kids and had to deal with this. When the grinder people, I feel, kind of blow it off, you know, it's your problem. And it's like, in all situations on this property, it has not been my problem. I just don't feel that it's right. I think they need to have a policy if someone calls, not just to check to see if there's electric. I mean, to take the lid off, because I asked the guy, I said, can I have my plumber take the lid off and look in there to see what's going on? No, if you touch that, you can get fined or, but if they're not, but
I don't even know about that.
But if they're not going to do it, you know.
Well, maybe, you know.
I mean, I couldn't even get someone in there to rip up the carpet yesterday.
There's their phone number. They're
Okay.
11.
I know, 11. I couldn't remember.
Is that the same number that I called about the grinder?
You probably called the sewer plant about the grinder.
Should have called the sewer plant. The number out there.
(383-6036). It's a 513 number.
513 number, yeah.
That's at the lake.
No, that's down at Lebanon. 513 is the main headquarters, that's what you asked for.
That's,
Yeah.
but,
That's what I just gave you.
yeah, but this is, the number I called Sunday was a 513-383-6036.
Okay,
That could be their own call.
That's their 24-hour emergency number.
Okay,
Yeah.
24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So they should answer.
Someone, or you leave a message and someone should get back with somebody, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.